Hey guys. So the LDS Church kept the lid on its $100 billion fund for fear tithing receipts would fall. I just started looking into this, because Patricia Bluth, who lived at my parents' house and uses that house to hurt people, not that she does, but that, they're using that location to put people in clinical trials without consent. And those people knew I was being kept as a slave when I was growing up. I just found so many attached to the church. And I don't know. It's just interesting to see where the money's going. We've got Roger Clark, head of EPA, Ensign Peak, which manages the denominational investing holdings. It's pretty interesting. So they're instructed not to invest in industries that Latter-day Saints consider objectionable, including alcohol, caffeinated beverages, tobacco, and gambling. And part of the church's health code known as Word of Wisdom. So when people come under your page and say, wow, just try to remember that is what it means. There's just so much, there's so many double meanings, If you guys say I'm beautiful, well, according to Torkham, they're going to kill people who are beautiful. So it's, and then like Karen Tucker's like, rest in peace, beautiful. Like it's not supposed to be a compliment, but the way they're using it is not a compliment. Some of the stocks in which Ensign has invested millions include Apple, Chevron, Visa, JP Morgan, Home Depot, Amazon, and Google. So it's just really difficult to find, like you can look up Ensign. And I found some SEC holdings right here. Ensign Peak Advisors is at 60 South Temple Street. Don Klaus is the Chief Financial Officer, but who is Patricia Bluth, and why are they attached to my childhood house? It's because the way things operate just in the world is there's lots of secret stuff that happens, and I kept trying to see if Malibu Lake Mountain Club was attached to the church, and I could not find that, but I could find that it's an unincorporated area, and a lot of people in the church are using my parents' address. Okay, so that, I don't know what that means. It also says my dad works for Walmart. Just the way they hide it is it's so sadistic and crazy. So I guess we could look at this and just see if we find anything interesting. And also the way the government works is they hide things a lot in places you would never look. What's up, Buttercup? The porn thing, you guys, when you look for certain things, the porn thing I think is kind of like a way to confuse you, right? Because you'll go down the porn hole when it's really like a human trafficking slavery hole. And you'll think, oh, they're doing illicit behaviors, but I feel like they just hide it here. So this is it's Corporation of the President of the Church of Jesus Christ and Corporation of the President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's really weird because they have a son and he's not even on here. Wonder if he changed his name. So this is where I started the other day. Professional background, LDS Church, Patricia Bluth, and she is located at my parents' address in Malibu Lake, right? So that's when I started looking a little bit closer, trying to see if TSG Publishing Foundation is attached to the church. And I did find some things about, the Big Book and Mormonism. And this again is my uncle, who's also attached to the church, and he's attached to Salsa Labs. So Salsa Labs was doing something pretending that, again, Church of Latter-day Christ, Latter-day Saints, Church of Jesus Christ. So supposedly my uncle, I think that got to be a stolen baby. I mean, it's Don Clark. Don Clark. I was looking up Gordon Getty because he wrote this letter to Utah claiming to want to hide his real motives from the public. And he has some letters about slavery and selling people to Croatia as slaves. And I mean, he's got some interesting documents that I have. I've put them up on my page. But now that I know about the Church of Latter-day Saints, I was just thinking everything that goes through there is CIA, but it might not be that simple. It might be part of the church, you know, the Utah stuff. I was looking at Jamie Farr too, because my parents lived in a home that Jamie Farr and Jamie Farr and Barry Russell, a federal bankruptcy judge, was attached to this property. So, you guys, the people who don't have rights, it might be... So he did something, Latter-day Saints, After MASH, TV episode 1983. 1983 means state action. It also means civil rights abuses. It means a lot of things. And then this guy is attached to Robert Half. And one of my cousins called me and tried to pretend that he had bankrupted himself or whatever. And he's got like felony after felony after felony on his background check. And it's all attached to my dad. So my dad, like, and he also owns a BMW and all of these properties, but pretends to be poor. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's so mind-boggling that people would kind of organize against you.